championship, but look at that, they're cutting him off, and the Hansens have put him into the wall. Christopherson and from Bergstrom. Round the outside goes Kevin Hansen. Oh, Timmy keeps calm and clear.
Pepe Olke runs wide in the final corner. Patrick Donovan sticks the nose up the inside. They run side by side to the line. Oh!
All kinds of carnage on the checkered flag.
So this is the Henrik Kanstrup go-around. Just kissing the barriers. Is off then. And how did that happen? Just making contact with the brakes, Thomas Neubauer. And now whether Neubauer went across, whether Lisi O'Donnell went across. Watch, here comes Onjabadi then. Oh, and he makes contact with the back end of Marco Pulcini, and I have... Well,
4 and 307
on the curbs, and that was Tony Davis and Ray Acosta. And it was Ray Acosta.
Drive through and he don't do it in the 3 laps, then he's disqualifying. He has to do it. If he has the time to do it, he needs to do it.
Pino Frascaro, oh my goodness me, he loses years of this this wonderful sport that we love. I mean, that was a no question penalty. There was nothing malicious there from Nigel Schuneverde. It was just
timing screen, and there is that Nicola Rossi? I think it is, yes. And that's Klaus de Brands and Nicola Rossi.
Opportunity potentially to go by, but of course she's on the outside now, and to my money it looked a little bit like Lisa was kind of run out of tarmac. Marking car, haven't they, that they're trying to get by here. And here you can see, there goes Custodio through, and he gets sideways. That wasn't contact, Nico. I don't. So in replay then, and that was never going to go well, James.
No, it was touch and go. I mean, I'm not sure if that's just a race.
Was there an assist?
Oh, he's been hit, yeah.
There was something of an assist there from Brian Kaminsky.
Yeah, he's been shunted.
Provides us a perfect opportunity to do that. And there you can see just why, in fairness, Nathan Satchel is out of that there, and that's an unfortunate contact onto the car of Tommy Lindroth, and you can see that car just skating right across the gravel, and that is the car. A touch there with Luca Nurmi as well, but I don't think it was further back, wasn't it, where things began to go horribly wrong.
Yeah, definitely. Another one.
He's coming back here, so he's taken a move to the inside. That was always going to be very ambitious. Todd Coleman turned around there.
Through few sections, really wide going off track there. Alex Maxi, George Lagos, and there's a crash. There's a crash between the two drivers.
And Stephen Grove for Australia lines up to have a go. There was a gap when he started, and then...
Well, it didn't really make up any ground then. The Ferrari sort of stacked up behind the Brazil entry, tags the car, and around it goes. Surely to think about a lunge down the inside. Yeah, he tagged him. He was too far back and just misjudged it. Fallen up the inside. Whoa! Well, that's not going to do him any good.
Off the road. Now, was there contact? Yes, there was, and it was with Hong Kong, China. Safety car deployed, and this could gift France the win. So, Andrea Kimi Antonelli locks up, and there's contact, and that will have done him no good at all. The car didn't get away from the pit lane until a lap into the race. The cars turned their way down through turn 1, and drama as... Indeed so, and there a big dive by Australia. Costas and Paris on the inside of Philip Jenic, they touch. Jenic gets airborne. Against India, got ahead. Another interlocking wheel situation it is, and that's turned him around.
Yeah, the interlocking wheel was inevitable. They get together and then spits off there, you can see, and all of a sudden goes off at 90 degrees to the...
Towards the first left-hander, and drama in the background. There was contact there, and that was Switzerland being clobbered, and around goes Dario Cabanela. Broken suspension. He was end of the lap. That is the Italian Giacomo Ghermandi going on the inside of Travis Hill, but then he goes out wide, and it's the Norwegian driver Didrik Esbjerg, and to the inside line dives. Gabrielus Quinos, and contact is made, and Venezuela gets turned around the front. A big spin for Sergio Lopez.
So does this? He's 12 actually. Yeah, it's 12, and he's actually whacked the wall and then ended up ricocheting across the road. So.
The little kink in the braking area, and you can see the tyre marks. You lock a right front before you get to the corner, and then you've got to try to...
So he's thrown it in there speedway style. It's clobbered the exit barrier, and then he spun it on the exit. Check this one out. and he's picked up the throttle. Does this unpack what's gone on here? Oh, yes, horrible moment then for James Golding. And then all this lot have got nowhere to go. They have literally arrived across the top of the curb, lucky not to roll it, and that has had the effect of tripping over Randall, and then the rest of them are all doing 150 kilometres an hour, and they drive smack bang into the middle of a gigantic mess. Here we go, Frosty down the inside of Cam, who's getting assaulted left, right and centre, and Pye is actually going to end up nudging the wall, and he does.
Yes, trying to go around the outside, and Dave Cedars just did not want to give race room, and then climbing up that.
Now then, you know, he did do it all on his own.
Too much turn one curb, and that is further down the road. You'll see Jeff Emery coming into shot, and wow. Not often you see cars go backward.
Emery, points leader in Morris Pro-Am.
Oh, it's another one. 3 times today we've seen that accident. Slaps and Max Mado currently on a quick lap time, and contact with Devash and Patiachi. The braking zone.
Losing a lot of fluid when it was sitting there on the road. And I just wonder if it was the first hit or that hit there.
Anyone fire off to the inside. We really need to see the other tyre. Was it already down? I think it might have already been down. Sands went a little bit further across the inside curve. These things a bit longer than a Carrera Cup car, and quite heavily that car between now and race 1 later this afternoon. And it's just the nature of the tyre they run, Nolts, is that it takes a...
Here's the replay.
So 12 into 13, just the big fistful of opposite lock and the change of direction there, and just nerfed the car into the tyre.
His team manager being called. Oh, big trouble for George King. Gets caught out by the slower car.
Yeah.
By the way, this car has...
Doing all of the driving today.
He lost that under braking, didn't he?
Yeah. And it's tricky, the run into...
At the moment, the Team Blast car. I'm sure he'll have all the boys there. Oh no, the little K7 in the background. Benny spins the car out, trying to maintain the... When you're probably not happy with your chase run. Oh no, ran off the track and into the signage there. It looks like, no, 180 there. Oh no, switchback, big transition, and he knows it's all over, unfortunately, for Mark Martina.
One for Legends Cars Racing. It's Steve Whiteleg leading. There's some shuffling going on in the pack, and it's avoiding shuffling because it's Marcus Pett has a rare spin. And this is the view from Mike. So Rudman. Oh, and a spin! Rudman spins! I'm guessing in Rich's corner they go. There's a bit of play, shuffling, dust being kicked up. Around goes Mark Beattie. How there isn't more contact, I don't know, but there was a little bit of... And it all happens very quickly. Here's the view from Miles. Cars everywhere. You've just got to be lucky to go through.
Well, certainly hasn't slowed up there. It looks like he has potentially made a move after the safety car had been called. Here's a look at what happened to Shannon Smith. He had to be to do whatever he could to keep himself in title calculations, but an aggressive move. You could say that he got up on the...
He fought all the way that he could, and now he's getting into more trouble. And yeah, another spin for Tringali.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it, after such good...
Pero aquí está la pelea. ¡Ay, se le complicó! Ricciotti, el vuelco. Una lástima. Uy, atrás también, increíble. Tremenda piña, señores. Bueno, esto fue en el último giro. Ah, toque, el vuelco de Damiani. Recibe un toque.
Nova e haja pressão agora, o Gui que botou por fora na ultrapassagem, ouviu o toque!
Também, vamos ver o acidente do Davi aí.
Bom, é tudo na questão do...
Uy, mira, ahí, mira.
Ahí está el momento. ¡Oh! Mira el momento
ahí
de
está,
la piña.
tremendo.
Ahí está el momento de la piña.
Oh, มีรีเพย์ให้ชมที่เอามาดูนี่กันครับอ๋อที่เทิร์น10ครับ
เทิร์น10น่าจะโอเวอร์เปล่า
น้องแบงค์ครับ
โอ้โหดีเอาหลัง
Ding dong going from way out of the track. Let's take a replay here. It looks like a little bump, maybe possibly in the front bumper before he...
A beat quick instant replay.
What happened was you got three cars coming together into a turn.
He is running down the main straight, and oh, he's hit one of the tyre barriers there. Let's get a look from the outside, and he just tried to cut to the inside at turn 18. For Massimilio Lanza, and oh, it was another tyre barrier. Tyre barrier around Mikael Blekemolen, the XF1 racer. Oh, but Blekemolen squeezes him. And that sends Gomez
under the radar, lacking a lot of performance this year. Chastain into the side of Keselowski. Brad's in the fence just a little bit.
Huge hit.
Oh, yeah, it looks like no brakes. See the speed he's carrying compared to Chastain in front of him? Oh, my goodness, that is a huge hit.
Oh, he gets a little help from the 7.
Oh, yeah.
Corey LaJoie sends him down in the corner.
We've seen that before.
We saw it yesterday.
Yeah. Championship 4. Bell out of turn 4. He's going to do it. He's won his way into the championship.
Let's go get a championship.
And the fight for the point right at the line. The one of Chastain past Hamlin.
Yep. You can see got in too far and back starts jumping when it starts wheel hopping there. And
you can see what happened top of the screen. Wow. Contact right there.
Hard contact with the wall, too.
This is why of the damage to that car.
That's a right front issue. Straight up the racetrack. But it is sliding the rears and hopping around.
I'd say that's a good bet. He started losing it early. He was still on the
as Chris Wright in the 68.
Yeah, it looks like the 45 just gets in deeper than he wants. I think he was going to perhaps spin out even if he doesn't catch the 68. He does catch the 68, sending them both around.
Yeah, that's
at the end of this season. Around he goes. Looks like he may have gotten a little help from Hemrick.
Well, I think it was a 3-wide, though. I think Hemrick was getting help from the 44. I think the 44 dive bombed both of them.
Looks like the 51 gets loose underneath.
Yeah, Clements was loose underneath him, and then just contact continued all the way.
In turn 4.
Oh, 31 gets turned around. The 21 just kind of just gets a little.
The 54 up the track to be able to complete the pass. Big issues for the 11 there with some damage. Here you see how the crash, or the spin, in the back of the pack happened.
Got to see how everybody gets turned around off the 8. Oh, the 1 goes up the racetrack, kind of off the bumper of the 1 hits the 7. The 8 gets spun around, and this
braking zone, and he just right into the back of the 19. No chance for Brandon to make the corner.
From Pinto, Kunighan is going to try and go round the outside. Is everybody going to get through? There's already some contact, 2-3 carts in the mix, and unfortunately up to the first turn, no problems at all for Goldstein and Bergstrom. There's a knock further back and spinning into the middle of the pack. Oh, what a disaster. Sweden follows them through into the first corner. Not a bad start for a couple of the drivers in the middle of the field. We got a spinner in the middle of the pack. That's the 219. That's a start for Belgium. Sweden's going to get through into second position if they can just squeeze out Spain through turn 1. There's a spin already, and there's 2 carts in trouble right at the first.
Nasypane I Bartkowiaka wjeżdża. Ajajajajaj.
Lance smooth and he will make his way into the lead.
Wow. Oh! Down he goes, just like that. Alexanderson jumps to the inside, makes the pass. Another rider down to the back of him. This is exactly what we see down in that turn. Oh! Over the bars.
A slow tuck at the front. It is
our race lead. Oh no! And down he goes.
Oh!
Just as we say that.
Dart straight. You can see the different textures of dirt.
Oh!
That massive tuck at the front end. He went down before he even knew what was going on.
It's Alonso, loads of riders. Oh, we got Crasher at the back. Loads of riders going out wide. That is Asman. That's Asman. The 63 has gone down. So
you've got very different ways to set similar lap time. Oh, that's Yambias.
Yambias is out there at turn 2. He was only 4th to 2nd, but he's back to 3rd as Rueda comes. Oh! Almanza off big eye side.
Taps on the gas. He's just going to be looped over the top, and that is Rueda.
It is Rueda. Pushes Colin Vire out, and if you're doing that to Colin Vire there at turn 1.
Oh!
Collision! Vire collided there with the rear wheel as they came across the line.
This would be a big step for him to get ready for next
season.
season.
The leader's gone down. I can't believe